Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christina Califoot, and I'm the director of the Jonathan Law Drama Club. Welcome to our fall production of All in the Timing by David Ives. At this time, we ask you to please turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices, unless you are watching this production on that device. Also, please locate all emergency exits of the room you are in, just in case you left the oven on. But in all seriousness, we thank you so much for all of your support of the Jonathan Law High School Drama Club. Please stay safe, wear a mask, and enjoy the show.
Excuse me? Is this chair taken?
Excuse me?
Is this taken?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry.
Sure thing.
Excuse me? Is this chair taken?
Excuse me?
Is this taken?
No, but I'm expecting somebody in a minute.
Okay. Thanks anyways.
Sure thing.
Excuse me? Is this chair taken?
No, but I'm expecting somebody very shortly.
Do you mind if I sit here and wait until he or she or it comes?
They do seem to be pretty late.
You never know who you might be turning down.
Sorry. Nice try, though.
Sure thing. Is this seat taken?
No, it's not.
Do you mind if I sit here?
Yes, I would.
Oh. Is this seat taken?
No, it's not.
Do you mind if I sit here?
No, go ahead.
Thanks. Every place else seems to be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Great place.
Mm-hmm.
What's the book?
I would just like to read in quiet, if you don't mind.
No. Sure thing. Every place else seems to be taken.
Mm-hmm.
Great place for reading.
Yes, I like it.
What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Hemingway. What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Faulkner.
Have you read it?
Not actually. I've sure read about it, though. It's supposed to be great.
It is great.
I hear it's great. Waiter! What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Faulkner.
Have you read it?
I'm a Mets fan myself.
Have you read it?
Yeah. Read about it in college.
Where was college?
I went to Oral Roberts University.
Where was college?
That was lying. I never really went to college. I just liked to party.
Where was college?
Harvard.
Do you like Faulkner?
I love Faulkner. I spent a whole winter reading him once.
I've just started.
I was so excited after 10 pages that I went on about everything else he wrote. I mean, one of the greatest reading experiences of my life. All that incredible psychological understanding, page after page of gorgeous prose, the way he grasped the nature of human existence. I mean, the smells of the earth. What do you think?
I think it's pretty boring.
What's the book?
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh, Faulkner.
Do you like Faulkner?
I love Faulkner.
He's incredible.
I spent a whole winter reading him once.
I was so excited after 10 pages that I went out and bought everything else he wrote.
All that incredible psychological understanding.
And the prose is so gorgeous.
And the way he grasped the mystery of time.
In human existence? Can't believe I've waited this long to read him.
You never know. Might not have liked him before.
That's true.
It's all in the timing. My name's Bill, by the way.
I'm Betty.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I thought reading Faulkner was a great experience.
Yes.
The sound and the fury.
Well, Onwards and upwards.
Waiter, you have to hit these things at the right moment, or it's no good.
That's happened to me.
It's all in the timing. My name's Bill, by the way.
I'm Betty.
Hi.
Hi.
You come in here a lot?
Actually, I'm just in town for 2 days from Chile.
Oh, Chile. It's all in the timing. My name's Bill, by the way.
I'm Betty.
Hi.
Hi.
You come in here a lot?
Every once in a while. Do you?
Not so much anymore. Not as much as I used to. Well, since my nervous breakdown. You come in here a lot?
Why are you asking?
Just interested.
Are you really interested, or do you just want to pick me up?
No. Really interested.
Why would you be interested in whether I come in here a lot?
Just getting acquainted.
You know, maybe you're only interested for the sake of making small talk long enough to invite me back to your place to catch this great show or check out your vinyl collection, listen to some terrific unknown Django Reinhardt recording, only which all you really want to do is hook up, which you won't do very well. After which, you'll pad into the kitchen and get yourself a beer from the refrigerator without asking me if I'd like anything. And then you'll proceed to lie back down beside me and confess that you've got a girlfriend named Stephanie who's away in medical school in Belgium for a year, and that you've been involved with her on and off in what you call a very intricate relationship. None of which interests me, mister.
Okay. You come in here a lot?
Every once in a while.
Because I come in here quite a lot. And I don't remember seeing you.
Guess we must be on different schedules.
Misconnections.
Yes, different time zones.
It's crazy I can live right next door to somebody in this town and never even know it.
I know.
City life.
It's crazy.
We probably pass each other in the street every day.
Yep.
Right in front of this place, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Did you come in here by yourself?
Actually, I'm waiting for my husband.
Were you waiting for somebody when I came in?
Sort of.
Sort of.
I was waiting for my boyfriend. We were meeting here to break up.
So you're available. How are you sort of waiting for somebody?
My lover! Here she comes right now.
You weren't waiting for somebody when I came in, were you?
No, just reading.
Sort of a sad occupation for a Friday night, don't you think? Reading here all by yourself?
Do you think so?
I mean, what's a good-looking woman like you doing out all alone on a Friday night?
Trying to keep away from lines like that.
No. Listen. You weren't waiting for somebody when I came in, were you?
No, just reading.
Sort of a sad occupation for a Friday night, isn't it? Reading here all by yourself?
I guess it is in a way.
I mean, what's a good-looking woman like you doing out all alone on a Friday night? No offense, but...
I'm out alone on a Friday night for the first time in a very long time.
Oh.
You see, I had just recently ended a relationship
Oh.
of rather long standing.
I'm sorry. Well, listen. Since reading here all alone is such a sad occupation, would you like to go somewhere else?
No.
Do something else?
No thanks.
I was heading to movies in a while anyways.
I don't think so.
Big chance to let Faulkner catch his breath. I mean, all those long sentences get him pretty tired.
Thanks anyways.
Okay.
I appreciate the invitation.
Sure thing. You weren't waiting for somebody when I came in, were you?
No, just reading.
Sort of a sad occupation for a Friday night, don't you think? Reading here all by yourself?
I guess I was trying to think of it as existentially romantic. You know, cappuccino, great literature, rainy night.
That only works in Paris. We could hop on the late plane to Paris, stroll down the left bank, find a cafe.
I'm a little short on plane fare tonight.
Darn it. So am I.
To tell you the truth, I was headed to the movies after I finished this section. Would you like to come along since you can't locate a waiter?
That's a very nice offer, but...
Uh-huh. Girlfriend.
Yeah. 2, actually. One of them's pregnant, And Stephanie?
Girlfriend.
No, I don't have a girlfriend. Not if you mean the castrating bitch I dumped last night.
Girlfriend.
Sort of. Sort of.
What's a sort of girlfriend?
My mother. I just ended a relationship, actually.
Oh,
Of rather long standing.
I'm sorry to hear it.
It's my first night out alone in a long time. And I feel a little bit at sea, to tell you the truth.
So you didn't stop to talk because you're a Wiccan or because you have some weird political affiliation?
Nope. Straight down the ticket Republican. Straight down the ticket Democrat. Can I tell you something about politics? I like to think of myself as a citizen of the universe. I'm unaffiliated.
That's a relief. So am I.
I vote my beliefs.
Labels are not important.
Labels are not important. Exactly. Take me, for example. So what if I had a 2-point at, 3-point at, 4-point at college? Or if I came from Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Westchester County?
Sure.
I believe that a man is what he is. A person is what he is. A person is what they are.
I think so too.
So what if I admired Trotsky? So what if I once had a total body liposuction? So what if I have a butterfly tattoo on my... So what if I once spent a whole year in the Peace Corps? I was acting on my convictions.
Sure.
Can't just hang a sign on a person.
Absolutely. I bet you're a Scorpio. Listen, I was headed to the movies after I finished this section. Would you like to come along?
That sounds like fun. What's playing?
A couple of the really early Woody Allen movies.
Oh,
You don't like Woody Allen,
sure. I like Woody Allen.
but you're not crazy about Woody Allen?
Those early ones kind of get on my nerves.
Uh-huh.
You know, I was headed to the... I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What I was going to say is that I was headed to the movies in a while, and
So was I.
the Woody Allen Festival?
Just up the street?
Do you like the early ones?
I think anybody who doesn't ought to run off this planet.
How many times have you seen Bananas?
17 times.
22. You still interested?
Do you like Entman's crumb cake?
Last night, I went out at 2 in the morning to get one. Did you have an Etch-a-Sketch as a child?
Yes. And do you like Brussels sprouts?
No. I think they're disgusting.
They are disgusting.
Do you still believe in marriage in spite of the current sentiments against it?
Yes.
And children?
3 of them.
2 girls and a boy.
Harvard, Vassar, and Brown.
And will you love me
Yes.
and cherish me forever?
Yes.
Do you still want to go to the movies?
Sure thing.
Waiter!
I don't know. I just don't know.
Quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate here.
Okay, so what have you got?
Me?
Yeah, have you hid anything? Let's hear it.
Ping Daba Inglewrap carcinoma. That's as far as I got.
I like the
Yeah, it's kind of onomatopoeic.
Well, it sounds to me like it needs some punching up.
You can always throw in a few jokes later on. You gotta get the through line first.
But how do you think it's Hamlet?
Don't ask me. I'm just a chimp.
They could have given us a clue or something.
Yeah, or a story conference.
But that would defeat the whole purpose of the experiment.
I know. 3 monkeys typing to infinity will sooner or later produce Hamlet.
Right.
Completely by chance.
And Dr. David Rosenbaum up in that booth is going to prove it.
But what is Hamlet?
I don't know.
What is Hamlet?
I don't know.
You know, this is really stupid.
Come on, the sooner we get this over with, the sooner we can get out of here.
But what do we owe this Rosenbaum? A guy who stands outside those bars and says, that one's Milton, that one's Swift, and that one's Kafka. Just to get a laugh?
What's a Kafka anyway? Why am I a Kafka?
Search me.
What's a Kafka?
All his four-eyed friends sure think it's a stitch.
And how are we supposed to write Hamlet if we don't even know what it is?
Okay, so the chances are a little slim.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a guy who's smart. This guy at Columbia University.
The way I see it, there is a providence that oversees our pages, rough draft them how we may.
How about you, Milton? What do you got?
Let's see. 'Twas the fruit of that forbidden tree whose mortal taste brought death into the...
Hey, that's good. It's got rhythm. It really, sings.
You think so?
Yeah.
But is it Shakespeare?
Hello, who cares? He has a real voice there.
But does Dr. David Rosenbaum care about voice? Does he care about anyone's individual creativity?
Let's look at this from Rosenbaum's point of view for a second.
No. He brings us in here to produce copy, and all he wants in return is a clean draft of someone else's stuff. We're getting like peanuts here to be someone else's hack.
Writing is a mug's game anyway, Swifty.
Well, it half made me mad.
Why not just buckle down and set up a schedule for yourself? Write for a couple of hours in the morning when you're fresh, then take a break. Couple more hours in the afternoon, and then retire for a shot of papaya. What's the big deal?
If this Rosenbaum was worth anything, we'd be working on computers, not these antiques. He's lucky he could find 3 monkeys who could type and write this good. And then he treats us like those misfits at the Bronx Zoo. I mean, hula hoops? What does he take us for?
I like the hula hoops. I think they had a very nice touch, and he gave us these very nice clothes.
I can't work under these conditions. No wonder I'm producing garbage.
How does the rest of yours go, Milton?
Let's see. Whose mortal taste brought death into the blamagram. Bed socks, Knockworst, Tinkerbell. How's that one?
Blamagram is good.
Well, I don't know.
What's the matter? Is it the tone? I think this is kind of a stretch for me.
I mean, it has the same pungent lyricism and expressive intensity as the first part.
Well, sure. It needs rewriting. What doesn't? This is a rough draft. It's on.
This bit.
Are they watching?
What?
Are they watching?
I don't know. I got my paws over my eyes.
What?
Well, what's the point of this?
Why do they videotape our bowel movements?
What?
Lights off.
Well, how are you doing, Kafka? What have you got?
Well, K, 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 K. K? K.
What is that? Postmodernism?
20 lines of that.
That at least I will screw up his data.
20 lines of that, and I went dry. I got blocked. I felt like I was repeating myself.
Do you think that's in Hamlet?
You know what? I don't even know what I'm doing here in the first place. Ugh. I'm a monkey, not a writer. I'm supposed to be swinging off branches and digging up ants, not sitting under fluorescent lights 10 hours a day.
Sure is a long way home to the gardens of sweet Africa, where lawns and level downs and flocks grazing the tender herb are sweetly interposed.
Paradise, wasn't it?
Lost!
Lost.
Ugh, lost.
I'm trying to deal with some of that in my new piece, but it's all pretty close to the bone.
Just because they keep us locked up, they think they're more powerful than we are.
They are more powerful than we are.
Just because they control the means of production, they think they can oppress the workers.
Things are the way they are. What are you going to do about it?
Hey, how come you're always so ready to justify the ways of Rosenbaum to the apes?
Do you have a key to this cage?
No.
Do you have an independent food source?
No.
So call me a collaborator. I happen to be a professional. If Rosenbaum wants these pages, I'll give it a shot. Just remember, we're not astrophysicists or brain surgeons. We're chimps. For apes in captivity, this is not a bad gig.
What's really frightening is that if we stick around here long enough, we're gonna evolve into a Rosenbaum.
Evolve into Rosenbaum.
Brush up on your Darwin, baby. We're more than kin and less than kind.
Does anybody have a smoke?
I'm all out.
Don't look at me. I'm not gonna satisfy those voyeurs with the old smoking chimp act. No, thank you.
Nobody's just sap, Swifty. You gotta use him. Use the system.
What do you mean?
Watch me while I put my antic disposition on. See what I mean? Galleries too. My favorite.
They should have thrown in a Cupid doll for that performance.
It got results, didn't it?
Sure, you do your bozo routine and get a Galloway's out of it. I totaled a typewriter last week and got a whole carton of Malibus.
Well, the problem was you didn't smoke them. You took a crap on them.
It was a political statement.
Okay, well, you've made your statement, and I've got my cigar. All's well that ends well.
It's the only way we know they're watching.
Huh?
We perform. We break typewriters. We type another page and a cigarette appears. At least it's a sign that someone is actually out there paying attention.
Our resident philosopher.
But what'll happen if one of us does write Hamlet? Here we are, set down to prove the indefinite virtues of complete randomness and produce something that we wouldn't even recognize if it passed right through our hands. But what if one of us actually doesn't?
Will we really be released?
Will they give us a key to the city in a ticker tape parade?
Or will they move us on to Ulysses? Why did they pick Hamlet in the first place? What's Hamlet to them, or to Hamlet that we should care? Boy, there's the respect that makes the calamity of life so long. Who would bear the whiffs and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man continuously...
Hey, Swifty!
Just
Swifty! Relax, will you?
Have a banana.
wish I could get Dr. Rosenbaum down here and see how he does at producing Hamlet. That's it!
What?
Forget about this random Hamlet stuff. What about revenge?
Revenge? On Rosenbaum?
Who else? Hasn't he preferred us of our homes and families? Step between us and our expectations?
Well, how would we do it?
Easy. We lure him in here to test out our typewriters like something's wrong. But we poison the typewriter keys.
Oh, Jesus.
Sure, some juice of the cursed Hebona spread liberally over the keys ought to work like a charm.
Great.
If that doesn't work, we'll involve him in the tire swing and invite him for a ride. Plus,
Brilliant.
I'll challenge him to a duel. Can't you see it now? Over the course of combat, I casually graze my rapier over the poisoned typewriter keys, and a hit! A parabola hit! We put the pestle in the vestal and the poison in the pestle.
Listen, I've got to get back to work. This man's going to want his pages.
It's not a bad idea, but
What's the matter with you guys? I'm onto something here.
I think it's hopeless, Swifty.
But it's the goods.
Where was I? Confuzzle, construction, bazooka.
The readiness is all, I guess.
Damn straight. Just let me know when your hand gets tired from writing K's all day.
Fine. You two serfs go back to work. I'll do all the thinking around here. Swifty revenge!
Tinkerbell, Stuckelschwanz, Hemorrhoid. This is good. Yeah, this is good.
Act 1, Scene 1. Eleanor Castle, Denmark.
Bazooka,
Enter Bernardo and Francisco.
banana,
Bernardo says, "Who's there?"
jump rope.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody here? He, she, it, arf? When you free fall, find if heaven waits. Hello, my name is Dawn. It's very nice to meet you. How do you do? My name is Dawn. A pleasure to meet you. Hi, my name is Dawn.
Velcro!
Excuse me?
Velcro! Bills are filling. How are you?
How do you do? My name is my. I'm sorry.
Oh, Varta, funny Varta.
I'm very sorry to bother you.
Kolik to bother me, Nikki, so. Venchka, police.
Really, I think I have the wrong place.
The wrong plates? Not at all. Do but the right plates. The Mr. Pleasure. Come in turn, please. Plop teacher.
Well, just for a second.
The squeal miss zit.
No, thank you.
What a god. Belzard Furling, how are you?
Belzar?
Belzard, Belzard.
Is that good day?
Ding, Belzard Arf, good day. How are you?
Harvard University?
Up, how are you?
Howard Hughes.
Up, how are you?
How are you?
Ding, Blaney, Bonanza Blaney.
Is this 30 East 7th?
There's the Oyster Heavens. Ding,
Suite 662?
if you, Anka Ding,
Room B?
Rambi.
The School of Unamunda?
It's Arf Unamunda Kakadame. What Kennedy do for you?
Excuse me?
What Kennedy do for you?
Oh, well, I saw an ad in the newspaper.
Video the clip in the paper. Guinness?
Well, it says learn Unamunda, the universal language.
Like Unamunda, the lingua universal.
The language that will unite all humankind.
La lingua universify all the peoples in the world. Oh, Quisling.
Do you speak English?
English?
English.
Oh, Jean Cliche.
Yes, Jean Cleese.
Jean Cliche. Squeaky. Ilaska, Iago Paulo Dupe, Jean Cliche.
So, no Jean Cleese at all?
1, 2, 3 words. Hello, goodbye, Rice Krispie, Chevrolet, it's cinema. Mark, what's the business, Bear Foiling?
Well, I wanted to be the first, or among the first, to learn this universal language.
You are the first and the first then. Congratulations! Voilà, Demida, Samnification Forum.
Well, I'm not sure I'm ready to apply just yet.
Well, they clink, Pink Dama.
They clink?
What's the clink? Wie clinks do?
No Nabisco.
No Nabisco. Clinks to Mary, clinks to Jane, or Betsy, or Barbara, Fred.
Oh, my name.
Attackly, me clink, echo me. Me clink,
Me clink.
arf, Barla.
Me clink arf Don DeVito.
Don DeVito, Gavachin Armanica Dopadu.
Actually, it's just one D.
Oh, Don DeVito, squeaky.
I have a slight
Stutter.
stutter.
Problema mit the Hoover.
The Hoover?
The Hoover, the Vizil, the Nozel, the Volvos, the Hoover. Cinema. That's off Mark Blizzardo. It's off Bonanza Blizzardo.
Something's wrong?
Drusa clinks Don. Iago clink Don. Bada baba?
No.
Dawn, 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 dawn.
Oh, I'm Dawn, and you're Dawn.
Ding! Auf Blizzardo, op.
Arf Blizzardo, yes.
Gewat's this Minsky, this Berry dance, this Kawinky dance.
Well, life is very funny sometimes.
Do on the do destiny. Thinks he do?
Beyond the destiny?
Inglés en fuerte. Argo, the beneformations. Oh, okay. Edge,
I'm 28.
28. Slicks,
Female.
Vitty man.
How do you say male?
Aspirin. Occupation.
I'm a word processor.
Verbo blender.
Is Unamunda very hard to learn?
Edgy, edgy. Exavio edgy. The bop.
The bop?
The bop.
Oh, book.
A bop. Be bop. The rumba. The waltz. Isador. The cha. The cha-cha. The cha-cha-cha. Braga, Braga. Sonia, Braga. Oh. Yaga Tatora Shakespeare in Unamunda.
You're translating Shakespeare into Unamunda?
For suits. Nintendo. Romeo. Romeo. Big you Orpheus to Romeo. Napoleonia. Fit pigs and so pink. Linty filet.
Yes, Bonzo.
Bonanza.
Oh, sorry, Bonanza.
Gevat. Gevat lumen finchit. Ip oyster. Ip Juliet orf the song. Video furling. Unamunda is la lingua supremca di amamamor.
You know, it's strange how much I understand.
Hey, natural to see Mississippiente. Lingua, pingtama, orf ammonia. Musique, rintintinabulation. Unamunda de la lingua melodia universal. Porky meets all the peoples in the world, all the peoples in the universe. Kogo a schlong in their hearts. If that schlong orf Unamunda.
So, lingua is language?
Exacto. When lingua.
One language.
You,
Two.
languages. Free,
Three.
linguini.
I see. And is.
Orf,
Was is.
wharf,
Had been.
long wharf.
And will be?
Barf, arf, wharf, barf. Pasta, prison, future dances. Clara,
Clara.
Shumuman.
Well, Mr.
Fin it in again.
Mr.
Fin it in again.
What kind of name is that?
Finish.
Well, Mr.
Please clink me, Don.
Well, I'd love to learn Unamunda. I mean, if it isn't too expensive.
$500.
$500?
Cash.
$500 is a lot of money.
Calamari foreign calamari. De peolda op imiso importe.
I don't have much money.
Dupa bonanza gled. Yabada baba.
And I do have this slight
Stutter.
stutter.
Yabada baba.
So it's always been kind of hard for me to talk to people. In fact, most of my life has been a very long pause.
Joe DiMaggio. No desperanto fooling. Porky meets Unamunda. Goodbye, tongue stopper.
I wouldn't stutter
Opa.
at all.
Absolutely op.
You know, just because I'm quiet doesn't mean I have nothing to say.
Of course, that.
I mean, tuning fork is silent until you touch it. Then it gives off a perfect A. tap a single tuning fork and you can start up a whole orchestra. And if you tap that tuning fork anywhere else in the world, it still gives off that perfect A. Just this tiny piece of metal, and it's like there's all this beautiful sound trapped inside of it.
Wow. Falling difficult. Das ist poetry. Du hast poetries.
But you see, Mr. Finnan... Again. I don't think language is just music. I think language is the opposite of loneliness. And if everybody in the world spoke the same language, then who would ever be lonely?
Verissimo.
I just don't think English is my language, since it only makes people laugh at me, and it makes me very
Lonely?
lonely. Ding. Very lonely. So, will you teach me Unamunda? I do have a little money saved up.
Falling difficult.
I'll pay. Yago. Paygo.
Falling. Manage deep free countries.
I'll work very hard.
Deep free call.
I understand. Please?
If to scoop,
Scoop means want?
ding.
Then I scoop. Muchko.
Don't say I didn't warn ya. Buckle the seatbelts. Off Radley.
Yes, I'm Radley.
Gone see train. Lax the Hoover. Stick.
Stick? Stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do.
Do.
En.
Do.
Oh.
I'm sorry, squeakies.
Prioda problema.
Well, let me try again, Mr. Again. You see, I said your name. I must be getting better.
Ofkinotski. Pale pretense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do.
Do.
En.
D.
Da.
Wop.
Dubli.
Day.
Do bada.
Ya bada badu.
Testicle.
Al dente.
Small testicle. All in Tungandi.
Ya do wop on doobly day.
Do da.
Ya do wop on doobly day. Arf the do da day.
Blenny, bonanza Blenny.
Riddly dee.
Indeedly dee. Quisling.
How do you say?
Howard Johnson.
Howard Johnson to have?
Dopa.
So, N-dopa, do-dopa, D-dopa.
Ding.
N-dopa, do-dopa, D-dopa.
Ding.
N-dopa, do-dopa, D-dopa, day.
Blenny, con caviar. Scoop de guan.
Ya scoop if do-do.
Dupli scoop. Idon.
Idon.
Ged.
Enroll.
Rock.
Ged.
Idon. Rock. Enron.
Enroll.
Ged. Idon. Rock.
Enroll.
Ged. Idon. Rock. Enroll. Galazaka.
Verushka?
Babushka.
This is fun.
Does you think this is fun?
Plantastico.
The vissing on the kick. Dianda. Di Palma. Da Vinci. Dinero. Di Bamba. Di Jamba. Di Jamboree.
Minestrone. Howard Johnson little?
Diddly.
Howard Johnson big?
Do wow.
Argo.
Dupa diddlyanda.
Iago dupa diddlyanda. Dusa dupa dapa diddlyanda.
Dusa dapa diddly bop.
Oops, scoopa diddly bop. Iago scoopa bop the wow.
Iago.
Go scoop.
The bop, the wow, the wow, the wow.
Yeah, video. Yeah, hacky sack. Yeah, parla una munda. Ja standa en de Roomba. Eb du standa met me. De deska dat bebluma.
Of the bottles on the sea.
En ja, de lib in urda.
Alle himada.
En de herda.
Do you hear the sweet
the
bird?
Eb de living's nice to be. Wap, tap, ooly, ada, doop, boop, the flimma, flamma, scoop, bop, the beetly, ada. Arf to me, arf to me, arf to me.
A plots, Furling, a plots. Worf, that's gold for you.
Worf das gold for Mika? Das Worf Glond. Worf das gold for you?
That's Worf good to school of Fort Knox.
I've never ever been so blissful. Never ever felt such a felicitonia. The Vunda, the information, the cosmogratificationia.
Squeaky. Cosmo?
Gratificationia.
Oh, of course it.
Oh my gosh.
Go, what's the mattress, baby?
No tongue stop hard. No problem with the Hoover.
Go, what did I tell ya?
Goodbye, English. Beljar unamunda.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're suddenly a sense of such a thrill to joy. And Schrodra Divina, and Extas, and Bleeps Orgasmico. My slave yard.
Please, darling Divito.
Do Gabriel me a balloon to full Griffdon? A lingua. From here to deep eternity, ya parla o solumento, una munda.
O solamiento.
Absolutely. Thanks to you.
Don. Don't you think that's our Blizzardo?
Mock. The payola.
The Piola?
The payola, the geld for dem Letzen.
Moment chance.
Let me get me geld von the hamburger.
Hamburger?
Hamburger.
Oh, hamburger.
Stand in the Roomba, if du standa mit me.
Don.
That's all the geld you adopta mit mir. Cheer. Mo, give some the rest in the Morgan.
I can't take your money, Don.
Squeaky?
I can't take your money.
Du parla Jean Cleese?
A little Zuncleese, just a little bit. Yeah.
Mock du parli parfum.
Well, I've been practicing a lot. Anyways, I forgot to mention that the first lesson is free.
Mock ya vanta pego.
I don't want you to vaunt the pego.
Gavat's the mattress. Cheer. It's your ease.
I can't take it.
Porky.
Because I can't.
Mock Porky.
Because it's a fraud.
Squeaky?
Unamunda's a fraud.
A Freud?
A Sigismundo Freud.
Oop, bada ba.
A swindle. A parlor trick.
No Crayola.
Well, believe it, Don. I should know. I invented it. Granted, it's not a very good con since you're the first person who's ever been knocking at my door. And I'm obviously not a very good comment since I'm refusing your very attractive and generous money. But I can't stand the thought of anyone laughing at you because you're saying, Velcro, Belzard, how are you? And I'm laughing at you. I mean, how could I hurt you? How could anybody? Your heart shines out bright like a beacon. And then there's me, a total fraud. And I wish I could lie in any language and say it wasn't so, but I'm sorry, Don, I'm sorry.
Gavat Forest.
Will you stop?
Una munda arf the lingua l'universal.
But you and I are the only peoples in the world who speak it.
There'll be others.
Who? What others?
Don, if you and I can speak this lingua supremca, anybody can. Everybody will. This isn't just a language. This isn't just a room. This is the Garden of Eden. And you and I are creating names for a whole new world. I was so...
happy. I know, so was I.
Presacto.
I was so happy.
And why?
I don't know.
Because du epia parla de dentricolinguini.
Maybe we speak the same language, but it's nonsense.
Oop.
Gibberish.
Oop.
Double talk.
The lingua we parla is amor, Don.
Amor?
Una mundamor. Yago arf amorphous mit do.
Amorphous.
Polymorphous.
Verismo?
Surrealismo.
Are you sure?
Beyond the destiny, Don. I mean, the Pravdas and the pudding. When you free fall,
Find if...
heaven,
Wait.
Geronimo,
Are you sure? You'll go our spinachless.
Deonda,
Dianda,
De Palma.
Palma. Yago ar amorphous mitu too.
Excuse me? Is this the School of Indamunda?
Velcro!
Can I help you?
Do you know you would look fantastic on a widescreen?
Uh-huh.
70 millimeters.
Look, do you want to see a menu or what?
All right, let's negotiate here. What's your soup du jour today?
Well, for the soup of the day, you got your choice of cream of kidney or Polish duck blood.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Kick me in a kidney.
You got it.
Any oyster crackers on your seabed?
Nope, all out.
How about your specials? Spread out your options.
Well, you got your deep fried gizzards,
Fabulous.
calf's brains with okra,
You are a temptress.
and pickled pig's feet with peas.
Pig's feet. I love it. Put me down for a quadruped.
If you say so.
Any sprouts to go on those feet?
Ugh, iceberg.
So be it.
Allie!
Oh, hey, Mary, what's up?
Jesus!
What's going on?
Oh man!
What's the matter? Sit down.
I don't get it, Allie. I just don't understand it.
Do you need something? Like a drink? I could get the waitress.
No. Don't even try it. I don't know what's going on today, Allie. It's really weird.
What like?
Right from the time I got up.
What is it? What's the story?
Well, just for an example. This morning I got up and went to the drugstore, right?
Yeah.
I go up to the counter. The guy says, "What can I do for you?" I say, "Give me a bottle of aspirin." He gives me a funny look and says, "Oh, we don't have that, ma'am." I said to him, "You're at a drugstore and don't have any aspirin?"
Did they have bufferin?
Yeah,
Advil?
yeah,
Extra strength Tylenol?
yeah,
But no aspirin?
no.
Wow.
Or this. I go to the news center to buy the Daily News. The guy never even heard of it.
I mean, that could have been a misunderstanding.
I asked every place. Nobody has the news. I had to read the Toronto Hairdresser. Or this. I go to the deli at lunchtime to buy some pastrami. The guy tells me they don't have any pastrami. How can they be a deli if they don't have any pastrami?
Was it a Korean deli?
This is a kosher from Jerusalem deli. Oh, we don't carry that, ma'am, he says to me. Have some tongue. I just got into the cab, and the guy says he's gonna go to 53rd Street. Offers to take me to Newark instead. Look at me like I'm an alien or something.
Mary, settle down.
Oh, I don't go there, ma'am.
Settle down. Take a breath.
Do you know what this is?
Sure.
What is it? What's happening to me?
Don't panic. You're in a Philadelphia.
I'm in a what?
You're in a Philadelphia. That's all.
But I'm in...
Well, physically, you are in New York, but metaphysically, you're in a Philadelphia.
I've never heard of this.
You see, inside of what we know as reality, there are these pockets or small black holes called Philadelphias. And if you fall into one, you run up against exactly the kind of stuff that's been happening to you all day.
Why?
Because in a Philadelphia, if you want something, you just can't get it. If you ask for something, they're not going to have it. If you want to go somewhere, you can't get here from there. And if you want to do something, it ain't going to get done.
Good God. So this is very serious.
Just remember, Mary, this is a condition named after the town that invented the cheesesteak. Something that nobody in their right mind would ever willingly ask for.
And I thought I was just having a very bad day.
I mean, sure, millions of people have spent entire lifetimes inside of Philadelphia. Look at the city of Philadelphia itself. All of them hopelessly trapped forever inside of Philadelphia. And do they even know it?
Well, what should I do? Should I just kill myself now and get it over with?
If you kill yourself in Philadelphia, you're only gonna get hurt.
So what do I do?
Just wait it out for a bit. Someday, the great cosmic train will whisk you out of that city of brotherly love and off to someplace much, much happier.
You're pretty goddamn mellow today.
Yeah, well, everybody has to be someplace.
Wow.
I got a phone call for you.
Okay.
Your boss. He says you're fired.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you're in this Philadelphia.
Wait. Did she just say you got fired?
Yeah. But I wonder what happened to my pig's feed.
Allie, you loved your job.
Yeah, no sweat.
How can you be so calm?
Easy. You're in a Philadelphia, right? I woke up in a Los Angeles, and life is beautiful. You know, Steve left me this morning, too.
Steve left you?
Yeah. And frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I say go, and God bless. May your dating pool be Olympic-sized.
But your job. The government is your life.
Yeah, well, I'll write a movie script about it and sell it to Paramount. Throw in some sex, add a little emotional, blah, blah, blah. You got a buddy movie with a garment background. And if it's not relevant enough, we could throw a hole in the ozone and make it EC.
EC?
Oh, environmentally correct. Have you heard of this hole in the ozone?
Sure.
Mary, I embrace this concept. I love this ozone. Sure, some people are gonna get hurt in the process, but meanwhile, everybody else will just tan a little faster.
So this is a Los Angeles.
Yeah, well, everybody has to be someplace.
Wow.
Do you want my advice? Enjoy your Philadelphia. Just sit back and relax. Order yourself a bud and a burger and just chill out for a while.
But I can't order anything. Life is great, but you go down to your cosmic beach. Whatever I ask for, I'm getting a cheesesteak or something.
No, there's a very simple rule of thumb in Philadelphia. You just ask for the opposite.
What?
If you can't get what you want, you ask for the opposite, and then you can get it. If you want the Daily News, you ask for the Times. If you want pastrami, you ask for tongue.
Oh.
And it works great with men. What's more opposite than the opposite sex?
Uh-huh.
So, would you like a bud?
I sure could use a bud.
No. Would you like a bud?
No, I do not want a bud.
Good. Now, get the waitress. Order yourself a bud and a burger, but don't ask for a bud and a burger.
Waitress!
Oh, but don't call her either. She won't come.
Oh.
You're in a Philadelphia, so just figure, screw her.
Screw her.
You don't need that waitress.
Screw that waitress.
And everything to do with her.
Hey, waitress, screw you!
Can I help you?
Now that's how you get service in a Philadelphia.
Can I help you?
No thanks.
Okay. What do you have?
Well, how about some OJ?
Sorry, squeezer's broken.
A glass of milk?
Cow's dry.
Eggnog?
We just ran out.
Cup of coffee?
Oh, we don't have that, ma'am.
Got any ale?
Nope.
Stout?
Nope.
Porter?
Just beer.
That's too bad. How about, Heineken?
Heineken. Try again.
Rolling Rock?
Out of stock.
Schlitz?
Next.
Bex?
Next.
Sapporo?
Tomorrow.
Lone Star?
Party hard.
IPA?
The answer's no.
Old Milwaukee?
The tap is balky.
Milwaukee's Best?
Give it a rest.
Iron City?
That's a pity.
Sierra Nevada?
Not in my data.
Spaten Francis Connor Brow?
Don't be coy.
Lowenbrow?
Not for now.
Bud? Light?
Just plain bud is all we got.
No thanks.
Give me a bud. Anything to eat?
No.
Name it.
Pork chops?
Hamburger.
Medium.
Well done.
baked potato,
Fries.
and some zucchini.
And a slice of raw. Burn one.
Mary, that was excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. You sure you never done this before?
I've spent so much of my life asking for the wrong thing without knowing it. Doing it on purpose came easy.
I hear you.
I could have spent so much time if I knew that I would have been asking for the wrong things all along. Maybe I was in Philadelphia all along and never knew it.
You could have been in Baltimore, too. They're practically the same.
We have one cheesesteak and one bud.
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me? What is this?
Cheesesteak.
But I ordered 2 pairs of pig's feet and cream of kidney.
I'm sorry, we don't have that, ma'am.
I beg your pardon?
We don't have that, ma'am.
You son of a gun. I'm in your Philadelphia.
I'm sorry, Allie.
You brought me into your frickin' Philadelphia.
I didn't know it was contagious.
God, please don't let me be in a Philadelphia. Please don't let me be
Shouldn't
in a
you be
Philadelphia.
asking for the opposite? I mean, since you're in Philadelphia.
Don't tell me about life in a Philadelphia.
But maybe you're not really in Philadelphia.
I taught you everything you need to know about Philly. Don't tell me how to live my life in a Philadelphia.
But maybe you're not really in Philadelphia.
Do you see the cheese on this steak? What more do I need for proof? The frickin' Liberty Bell? Waitress, can you please bring me a glass of water?
Water? We don't have that, ma'am.
We don't have water? What do you think? We're in some sudden drought or something? Holy crap. Steve left me this morning, and I just lost my job. I gotta make some phone calls. No phone. Do you guys have a payphone?
A payphone? What's a payphone?
Of course you don't have a payphone. Of course you don't. I've gotta get out of here.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not that bad in Philadelphia.
I mean, it could be worse. I've been in a Cleveland all week.
A Cleveland. What's that like?
It's like death without all the advantages.
Really? Care to stand?
Don't mind if I do.
I hope you won't reveal your name.
Sharon.
Goodbye.
Hello.
Want to starve?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Everybody has to be someplace. So,
The proletariat is right. The proletariat must always be right. And the revolution of the proletariat against oppression must go on forever.
Leon?
And forever and forever.
Leon, I was just reading the encyclopedia.
The heading?
Trotsky, Leon.
Good, it's about me.
Listen to this. On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacan, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day.
The year of this encyclopedia? Strange,
Yes.
but interesting. I am Trotsky,
Yes.
and this is our house in Coyoacan,
Yes, dear.
and we do have a Spanish gardener named Ramon.
Mercader, yes.
There aren't any other Trotskys living in Coyoacan, are there?
I don't think so. Not under that name.
What's the date today?
August 21st, 1940.
Aha! Then I'm safe. The article says it happens on the 20th, which means it would have been yesterday.
But Leon.
And which means I would be dead today with the mountain climber's axe buried in my skull.
But Leon.
Will the capitalist press never get things right?
But Leon, isn't that the handle of a mountain climber's axe sticking out of your skull?
Sure does look like one. And you know, Ramon was in here yesterday talking about his mountain climbing trip. And he did have a mountain climber's axe when he came in the room. I just can't remember if he left with it. Did Ramon report to work today? No one is safe. Forces must be used. And the revolution of the proletariat against oppression must go on forever.
Leon?
And forever.
Leon, I was just reading the encyclopedia.
Is it the Britannica?
Listen to this.
The universe is viewed by the victors.
On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacán, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day.
Yes, and?
I think that there's a handle of a mountain climber's axe sticking out of your skull right now.
Well, I knew that. This morning when I was shaving, I noticed it sticking out the top of my head. For a second, I thought it was an ice pick, so I was worried.
No, it's not an ice pick.
Don't even say the word. You know my reoccurring nightmare.
Yes, dear.
About the ice pick that buries itself into my skull.
Yes.
That's why I've forbidden any of the servants to allow it into the house.
But Leon.
No one is to be seen with an ice pick, especially not Spanish communists.
But Leon.
We'll do without ice. We'll drink our liquor neat and our Coca-Cola warm. I mean, who cares if it's Coyoacán in August? Not a bad song title. Coyoacán in August. Rima! Or we'll get ice. But it'll come in blocks, and it's not to be picked at. Yes, iced, cubed blocks will be allowed into the house, but it's not to be picked or chipped at under any circumstances. Ice cube trays will be allowed if they've been invented yet. I mean, I don't think that article says anything about ice cube trays burying itself into my skull, does it?
No.
Does it?
No.
Aha! Then I've outsmarted destiny, which is the only capitalist explanation for the status quo.
But Leon.
Also, look at this. Do you know what this is?
No.
It's a skull.
Well, I knew that, but...
I bought this skull. I own this skull. So what does that make this?
Trotsky's skull.
If some Spanish communist posing as a gardener wants to smash anything into my skull, be it an ice... You know what? Or anything else. He'll see this skull, recognize it as my skull, smash something into it. He'll go his way, I'll go mine. I mean, isn't that ingenious?
Up to a point.
50 more years for Trotsky.
I've got some bad news for you, Leon.
Now what? Oh, a mountain climber's axe. Ingenious. Funny. Always thought it'd be a nice pick.
A mountain climber's axe. A mountain climber's axe. Can you get that through your skull?
This is very bad news. This is serious.
What is serious, Leon?
I have a mountain climber's axe buried in my skull.
Smashed, actually. It says Mercader smashed the axe into your skull, not buried.
All right. What am I going to do?
Maybe a hat would cover the handle. You know, one of those cute little Alpine hats with the point and the feather.
The encyclopedia says I died today.
The 21st, that's today.
Does it say a time?
No.
So much for the usefulness of that encyclopedia. All right, I have until midnight the latest.
What should I tell the cook about supper?
Well, she can forget about the soup course. But this man was a gardener.
Yes.
Or at least he was pretending to be a gardener.
Yes.
Wouldn't that make him a member of the proletariat?
I'd say so.
Then what is he going around smashing a mountain climber's axe into my skull?
I don't know. Have you been oppressing him?
Why would Ramon have done this to me?
Maybe he's a literalist.
A what?
A literalist. Maybe Ramon ran into Manuel yesterday. You know, Manuel, the head gardener.
I know who Manuel is.
I know you know who Manuel is.
What if these days, Mrs. Trotsky, bang, zoomski to the moonski?
Maybe Ramon said to Manuel, has Mr. Trotsky looked at the nasturtiums today? And maybe he said, I don't know, axe Mr. Trotsky.
Oh, very funny.
Or maybe he was just hot to Trotsky.
Oh, very, very funny.
Or maybe
just wanted to pick your brain.
Stop it! Stop it! Call Ramon in here now!
Ramon!
Get him quickly! I have a mountain climber's axe buried in my skull!
Ramon, come quickly!
Hello, Ramon.
Good morning, senor.
Have a seat, please. You see, we have very good employer-employee relations here. Ramon, did you bury this mountain climber's axe into my skull?
I did not bury it, sir. I smashed it into your skull.
Excuse me?
You see? You can still see the handle.
It's true, Leon. It's not exactly out of sight.
So we cannot say buried. Just maybe smashed or perhaps jammed.
All right. But why did you do this?
I think I read about it in an encyclopedia.
Oh, the power of the printed word.
I wanted to use an ice pick, but there weren't any around the house.
But why? Don't you realize who I am? Don't you realize that you smashed the skull of a major historical figure? I ran the Russian Revolution. I fought Stalin. I was a major political theorist. But why? Was it political dissatisfaction, anti-counter-revolutionary backlash?
Actually, it was love, senor.
Gasp!
It's true, Leon. I'm sorry you had to hear about it this way.
No.
Yes.
No!
See!
Oh God, what a fool I've been! Ah! But why did you really do this, Ramon?
You will never know, Senor Trotsky.
Oh God, this is a nightmare.
But luckily for you, your night will soon be over.
All right, Ramon. Thank you. You may go.
Senor Trotsky,
Yes.
do you think you will have time to look at the nasturtiums today? They are really very beautiful.
I don't think so, Ramon. But I'll try.
Thank you. Hasta la vista. Or should I say, buenos noches.
Well, all right, then. August 21st, 1940. The day I'm going to die. Interesting. I've gone over so many 21st of August like a man walking over his own grave.
It's been wonderful being married to you, Leon.
Thank you, Mrs. Trotsky.
Though it's been a burden at times, being married to a major historical figure.
I'm sorry I was away from home so often, tending the revolution.
I understand.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been more in touch with my feelings.
No, please.
I'm sorry I couldn't express my emotions enough.
I haven't been everything I should have been.
Well, it's a little late for regrets with the mountain climber's axe in one skull, so.
Smashed, actually.
So what if it wasn't old age, or cancer, or the ice pick I feared for years? It was a mountain climber's axe wielded by a Spanish communist posing as a gardener.
You couldn't really have guessed that one, Leon.
Even the assassins can make the flowers grow. The gardener was false, but the garden he tended was real. How was I to know I'd never get to see Humphrey Bogart or Ingrid Bergman in Casablanca, which wouldn't have been made until 1942, which I would have despised anyways? How was I to know I'd never get to know about the 80,000 dead at Hiroshima, or the bomb, or rock and roll, or Gorbachev, or the state of Israel? I mean, how was I to know I'd get erased from the history books of my own land?
But reinstated, at least partially, someday.
Sometimes for everyone, there's a room that you go into and it's a room that you never leave. Or you go out of a room and it's the last room that you ever leave. This is my last room.
But you aren't even here, Leon.
The books, that desk, the calendar,
You aren't even here, my love.
the sunshine coming from the blinds.
This is yesterday you're seeing. You're in a hospital bed unconscious.
Flowers in the garden, you standing there.
This is yesterday you're seeing.
What does that entry say? Please read it again.
On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacán, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day.
Gives you a little hope about the world, doesn't it? That a man can have a mountain climber's axe smashed into his skull and yet live on for one whole day. Maybe I will go look at the nasturtiums.